behind the back pass to half man, half amazing.
That pass was actually crazy. Like,
Oh, I made the guy fall down. Broke his ankles.
that's crazy.
Uh,
Did you like? How'd you line that up? Like,
I don't even remember that play. I don't have too many highlights from when I played, but um, I just looking at it again. I was always trying to do behind the back passes, and the coach would always yell at me for doing it. And I think this game we were playing Cooper Union, and where is that video? Yeah, and Biz number 25, the original half man, half amazing from the N1 streetball team. He's on the break, and I see the guy coming, the defender, but I see Biz coming, and I'm like, I think he's gonna do something miraculous. So I slowed down, and I guess I just decided to slow down. Behind the back, I saw the defender take a step in. Um, and actually, number 15, the guy that threw me the ball, Stitch, he's he was like the point guard. I was like the point guard slash shooting guard.
mm,
Anyways, I'm glad they captured that. There was actually another game we played SUNY Purchase, where SUNY Purchase scored a bucket, and on a regular inbounds play, Biz threw it to me, and I'm dribbling down alongside the left side of the court. Not even a fast break. I'm just bringing the ball up. Everybody's running down. I look at Biz. He looks at me, and my coach is to the left. And before I get to half court, I threw it up for an alley oop from half court, and I could see out of the corner of my eye my coach going like, about to like freak out or yell at me.
right.
And then you see these two arms come out of the crowd that's hovering all around the rim. These two arms come out, grab the ball out of the midair from a half court pass, and throw it, and dunk it on everybody. And the crowd, we had the stands was full, and I could see people jumping up, like literally jumping out of the rafters onto because they were just cheering so much. It was exhilarating. Anyways, welcome to our new stream. What are we calling this, Ace?
This is the Pratt Locker, brought to you by Ace Bibbs and Bernard Chang, two Pratt basketball alum.
And we're talking about today, episode 1. We're talking about the men's basketball. We're going to do a quick recap from last season. This is a lot for the alumni. Give you guys a chance to catch up on the team. Recap from last year, and then a kind of preview of what's coming up. College basketball just started. First game is tomorrow. This is Friday night. First game's tomorrow, Saturday afternoon, on the road. So quick swing, 25 games. Pratt is in a new conference. Has been in a conference for 2 years now. Atlantic East Conference. Is that what it is, Ace?
Yep,
You
yep.
guys were in the
East.
coast to coast before.
Yep.
When I played, we were in the Hudson Valley Athletic Conference. And then prior to that, I think we were independent. There were a bunch of years in the NAIA. Let's jump right into it. This is a picture of the current squad. They got some new uniforms this year. I'm wearing my old uniform just to. I'm still glad I can fit into it. I'm surprised I can fit into it. Ace, we gotta get you a jersey.
Yeah, jerseys. I'm gonna get one.
Okay.
I'm a recent alum, so I should be able to get blessed with a jersey. That team is actually repping new jerseys right now. These white. We haven't worn white. Last year we wore gray as home and black away. So this year the guys actually have white, and they also have a yellow color. So I'm excited to see them in New Jerseys as well.
Yeah, last year the home gray that was chosen by the previous coach, Chris Thompson, and the deals with Under Armour. This is the picture of the old black home, black away. Although you guys wore this at home too, so
Yeah, occasionally we would wear black, at home.
yeah. But the team now this year got new unis, white and gold. Return of the gold uniform. Gold,
Yeah,
I'm assuming they're going to use for away, but they can use for home too.
yeah.
You guys
I
got to
think
get.
it,
But Ace, you just graduated last year, right?
Yep.
And then, all right, let's quickly jump into let's see, 2024-25 recap. All right, let's do this quick 24-25. Last year was not a great year, although I thought the team had instances of doing better. The
Yep.
team finished 2-22. So, um, any thoughts on overall in the season? This was your last year that you played too. You only played half a year.
Half, yeah, only play half.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that record definitely didn't like reflect what kind of team we were. I think like definitely we definitely had a lot of pieces, but at the same time we kind of also were a growing team still. We had a lot of young guys. The team was heavily centered around a lot of young guys, so that also played a factor. We had injuries that played a factor. We had people, leaving and dropping in. And so it just was a lot of things that was kind of like we had to fight through, this season. And once that losing streak started, it kind of started to build up.
Yeah, I mean the season started off. You guys played St. Joe's Brooklyn and St. Joe's Brooklyn for the older guys. They have their own gym now. There are rivals from down the block on Willoughby or what street are they on? Myrtle.
Uh, they're on Willoughby, yeah, right
Yeah.
on Willoughby. I forgot the cross street though, but yeah,
So
they right up the street.
St. Joe's Brooklyn. It was a close game. We lost 59-52. I watched the game on stream, and again, you guys can watch all the games online. Um, I think you guys had the game most of the way through, and kind of let it slip towards the end. I think you guys are up most of the game.
Yeah.
Right. Second one, you guys faced off against D1 LIU. I think you
Okay.
guys were in it the first half, but the bench differences really kind of made it apparent. Was there anything? Was there any major differences you saw playing against the D1? I mean, you were going to be a D1 player, and then you decided to go to Pratt.
Yeah,
Um,
they, I think the toughness is kind of just overall toughness, and it's not like I'm not just talking about like skill wise. I'm talking about like there's a mental toughness involved. There's a physical toughness involved, and a lot of Division 1 players are like really poised. You can tell right away the difference. So that's kind of like the main thing is really just like that toughness overall.
yeah, but you guys, this year's squad has two. On our squad this year, we have two D1 transfers. We almost had a third, but he got hurt preseason again. I don't know if we're able to talk about him, but third game of the season last year was Hunter. This was another close loss, 59-65. I was actually at this game in New York at Hunter. You guys had the game most of the way. I felt like the tempo was on Pratt's side, even though you guys were playing in unfriendly confines. It wasn't up until 2:15 left in the game. There was a little bit of a skirmish between our big man Quinn, who's not at Pratt this semester.
Yep.
Big 6'9" guy. I thought he was probably on way to being the most improved player last season. And then we had a couple guys run out onto the court. It was a little bit of a bench clearing, not a brawl, but it was a confrontation. That led to 4 technical fouls.
Yep.
The
Just
score at the time, let me see. The score at the time was 55-53 Pratt. You guys were up 2 points, 2.5 minutes, 2:15 left. After the free throws, 55-56 Hunter. And then because it was a tech, they got the inbounds ball. They were able to tip it in. And then they went up by 3, 58-56, and I think it was pretty much over by that. So you and Justin Caver, who did not return this semester, had 13 points. Led the game with 13 points. Mackay had 7, and surprisingly, Tommy Grates, he was the conference rookie of the year, all conference rookie of the year. He only played 2 minutes that
tough.
game.
He did.
So I think we play Hunter again this year. I think it's going to be a different turnout. We play them at home, It'll be the home opener. And then quickly scanning through the rest of the games, a lot of these other games. Do you remember any of these U.S. MMA? Was it the Merchant Marines?
Yeah, Green,
Sarah Lawrence.
Sarah
Uh,
Lawrence, which is funny enough, in the past like 3 years, Sarah Lawrence has kind of become sort of our rivals. Back in 2022, we had a Sarah Lawrence transfer, Daniel Golub. So ever since then, those games have always been like really tough. Because they wanted to beat us every year. They wanted to beat us, and they did that. Like I think we lost to Sarah Lawrence 2 times out of 3 that I've played against them. But they just brought it to us that game.
and Valley
Valley Forge is
Forge.
another one. Valley Forge is another one. They're a small, scrappy team. We definitely should have walked away with that W, but we kind of fell apart. Like our scouting report was pretty clear, and every time we didn't meet the assignment on the scouting report, we bit the bullet. So that was another thing. But when I talk about mental toughness, that's another thing. Following the scouting report, because that's how you win games.
This game I watched, I remember you guys were up 30-23 at half, but you guys were missing free throws. Like they were following you. There was no way that they were staying in the game. You guys had them dominated, they were following you. You were going to the free throw line, but you guys shot 16 of 30 from the free throw. And I think anytime you 50%, pretty much. I had this feeling. I've watched enough games where there's like clues as to, oh man, you're allowing the other team an opportunity to get back in. But
Mm-hmm.
this is another W. I thought another great opportunity that you guys should have won. Um, then we got John Jay. You guys played at John Jay. That was another tough and close game. Medgar
Yeah,
Evers. Oh man, I hated Medgar Evers.
yeah.
Um,
That game. That was an interesting game too. You could see the score difference, but a lot of those kind of happened like once they went on a run. Like we'll fall apart by not rebounding, too many turnovers, and then they'll just kick up a run. They're definitely that kind of team. Meg Evers is a tough team.
yeah, it's Medgar Evers. That was my first game as a collegiate. We played in in a Medgar Evers tournament. It was Medgar Evers, St. Joe's, Polytech, and us. Medgar Evers played Polytech first, and then we played St. Joe's. We beat St. Joe's, Brooklyn. Um, we had a team of basically all freshmen and half freshmen, half seniors. And then we played Medgar Evers the second game. But Medgar Evers back then, I don't know if it was the same gym because when I looked at the video, I remember the crowd. They would pack their gym, and that year
Yeah,
they had a bunch of D1 guys on the team because they were pulling up at half court. It must have been an older court because it was a shortened court. They were
of
pulling
course,
up at
small.
half court threes, and the crowds would be right on the baseline, right on the sideline, like, and they were yelling at everybody, even the guys that were sitting on the bench. They were like making fun of us. I remember going into that game like Hubert and Donovan and Leland. Donovan Ellis, he had graduated the year before. He was assistant coach my freshman year. They were like, "Yo, B, you gotta, just this is going to be a rough place to play. So you just got to keep your head, screwed on tight, and don't get into it with the crowd." And I'm like, "What are you talking about, man?" But it was an experience, yeah. And we got blown out against Medgar Evers. Well, we lost. I don't want to say how much, but we lost. It was a school record, the amount of points we lost by. Um,
Yeah,
and it was tough. Uh, I mean, half of the team had like kids too. They were like grown men. We were like 17, 18-year-old kids out there. They were like grown men out there with but they were dunking on us, throwing up threes. Anyways, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Um, Now we got Mount St. Vincent. This was another game, 63-66. I watched this game. You guys were tied at half, and then uh, it's Mount St. Vincent University now. University of Mount St. Vincent. It used to be Mount St. Vincent College. Here you led the team 13 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Any of these earlier games that you have any recollection of that you feel like? Then you got Farley Dickinson, and then York. York was your last game,
Yeah,
uh,
sure.
and that was another tough one. Um,
Yeah.
I think we were. If I look at the box score, uh,
Dickinson, they had a coach on their team
the
that
assistant coach.
recruited me to Pratt.
Yeah, and he used to be the assistant coach at Pratt. Yeah,
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
yeah. That one they had a full roster of guys. Look at this. I remember they walked in. Was it like 20 guys that they had on the team?
they were huge. They were huge. So
Uh, but York, this was another shot. You guys had a chance to pull this out. This was at home right before the winter break.
yeah,
York was up by 3 at half. You guys outscored him in the second half. I think the score was tied with a minute or so, less than a minute left, right? Maybe like 30
yeah,
seconds left or so.
yeah. It was tight.
We had the ball with an opportunity to go with the go-ahead bucket and seal it. They stole it, went down, and finished with a layup. Cameron Wynn had 29. He was another kid. I thought he
Big.
was going to be. He's 7 for 15 from three. That game, I remember you guys. Everybody was really in groove. So
Yeah,
um, Ace finished with 14, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals. And there was also another play at the end, a little bit of an out of bounds thing where I don't know. I thought because there's actually a 1 or 2 games before there was an instant replay. If you
hmm
believe it or not, there's actually instant replay now at Division Three, and Pratt has the capabilities of doing instant replay, where the refs go to the scorers table, um, and but they didn't review it. Was there a reason why they didn't review it, or they just didn't even go to
I
it,
don't
or
know. Um, it's weird, and then also sometimes it depends on the refs too. Like some refs, shout out to the refs, but sometimes they refs want to get it over with. Honestly, like when the game feels kind of drawn out, sometimes they just like, no, we don't need to do this replay. The call is the call. Kind of refs. Sometimes you get the refs who are kind of lenient with it, and then sometimes you got the refs that are like, no, let's go next play. Kind of refs.
okay?
This wasn't on our side.
Second half of the season, you guys started out against Centenary. We played up in Centenary. We beat them once when I was there. Marywood is a new school. It's out in Scranton, Pennsylvania. These are all teams now that are in the Atlantic East Conference, which is the new conference. You got schools in upstate Pennsylvania, all the way down to Maryland.
Yep.
So, what are those trips like? Like the furthest trip we had was, well, my first year we went to St. Joe's Patshaw. That was like the furthest away we went.
Yeah,
But did you guys get
that's
to
how.
stay at like hotels and stuff, or how did that work out?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. We stayed in hotels down in Virginia. We even went to California, stayed in the hotels. So like my experience for traveling with Pratt has been pretty okay. Um, yeah, we left New York a bunch of times. We didn't like stay in the bubble, so that was like one cool experience.
Yeah, we had to ride in a school bus. It was very bumpy. You got a game against Immaculata. That's another conference game. Newman is another conference team. And then here we got Brooklyn College. This was an overtime loss, 5 points. I think that one you guys should have had too. Brooklyn College used to be a D1 team back in 94, 93, 94. They came back as a D3. They played us as their first game back. We beat them. Second year they played us again. We beat them again. So Brooklyn College, but they weren't called the Bulldogs back then. They were called the Bridges.
So this year
Brooklyn.
we have an assistant coach. Our assistant coach is actually on our staff. He graduated from Brooklyn College. I played against him twice. So
Oh, okay. Was he a good
yeah,
player?
yeah, he was a starter. He was an impact player there at Brooklyn College. So
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, we
definitely
beat
gonna be a
him.
little bit of
We beat
blood
him.
there for them.
We beat them 3 times when I was there, 2 or 3 times. Yeah. Marymount University is another one. Gwynedd Mercy. Um, guys play Gwynedd Mercy back to back. They're in Pennsylvania. Centenary is out in Jersey. Where's Marywood again? Marywood is Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Immaculata is Pennsylvania. And
me
Newman's in
as well.
Pennsylvania, and then
Okay.
Marymount.
Yeah.
Um, looking forward to this year's schedule. Anything else about 24-25? I mean, clearly the record doesn't reflect, I think, how well the team played or the potential of the team. I really think a lot of the games are a lot closer than maybe some of the scoreboard would say. Um,
Yep.
in 1 or 2 ebbs and flows of the game, I mean, I could really see that record being almost close to 10 or 12 game wins as opposed to just 2. Because a lot of these games, you guys were right in it. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, coming into this season, let's see, we're going to preview the first 3 games. Did a little research on the first 3 games. First game is tomorrow, Saturday, 2 p.m., out in Jersey City, New Jersey. Any alumni down out in New Jersey, definitely you can head out there and watch them play. Supposedly, this is the first time we've played them under New Jersey City University name. According to my record books, thank you to, oh, shoot. We got they used to be called Jersey City State, I think. So if it was Jersey City State, we played them 8 times in the past. 1-7 against Jersey City State. The last time these 2 teams played in 1979, so any old alumni out there remember that. We lost 92-83. And it looked like we played them consecutively from 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, and 79. And then the first time we played them was in the NAIA Small College Postseason Tournament. This was under Coach Maurice Zarchin, who was the winningest coach in Pratt history. He had a record of 94-53. This was when Pratt was a Division II team, and so they had athletic scholarships for some of the guys. Pratt would actually finish that season 17-4. Jersey City State finished that season 21-4, so we ended their season. But then Pratt lost in the next game to Maryland State 76-66. Maryland State nowadays is called Maryland Eastern Shore. It's a Division One school. And then so that was 1961. That's a long time. I wasn't even born then. But you got some of the older guys that might remember that. And then 1962, another historic note. They switched coaches. Pratt switched coaches. Saverio Piccarello took over, and Coach Pick is one of the most well-known coaches in the New York City area. He helped bring LIU to prominence. That LIU in the late 50s or 50s was a college basketball powerhouse. Him and Coach B really did a number out there, and then he came over and coached Pratt for well over a decade or so. I got to figure out how many years. And then there was a Piccarillo Tip-Off Classic that Pratt had started in 2018. And that game was against RISD, Rhode Island School of Design. We won 79-43, of course.
Of course.
And those guys should be. And actually, you might know the Griffith Levine was the leading scorer, 28 points in that game.
Griffin.
Yeah.
Griffin,
So he was that was, I think, one of his freshman years. So.
And, that's the year before I got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last year, looking at New Jersey State, New Jersey University, New Jersey City University. Last year they were 14-13. They had played some of the same schools. They played Brooklyn College. They beat them 61-59. They play St. Elizabeth. They played Immaculata. They beat them 59-43. So I think this might be a close game, but they graduated 3 or 4 of their seniors, and the returning leading scorer on the team is a senior guard, 9.7 points per game. So who knows? Who knows if they got any other transfers? The second game of the season is a home game against Hunter.
Home opener.
Home opener at the ARC. That's Tuesday the 11th, 7 p.m. Be there, be square. I'm gonna be there. I don't know if I'm gonna wear this jersey.
You might hear me. You might hear Bernard. You might hear us. We might be there.
And bring some noise thing. Last year I bought a bucket from a warehouse across the street on Myrtle with a couple sticks, and I was banging on that.
Sounds like a drum.
0-4. If you look on the Pratt website, it says we're 0-4 against Hunter. According to my records, we're 8-16, or minus those 4, 8-20 at least against Hunter. Last year, Hunter was 5-20. They did not have a great season. The year before, they were 12-15. Was that the team? I know they didn't play. They got a new coach last year. The coach before that, you guys played a few times. He would sub in like 5 guys in, 5 guys out, right?
5 in, 5 out. Yes, every sub. And like faithfully. Like there was never a time where he was like, "Oh, just go in and get this guy." Every time there was a sub, it was 5 new guys. Yeah. Every time.
So I think they got a new coach. He kind of did okay. I mean, it was like more, I guess, traditional type rotation. Again, we talked about the 4 techs at the end. You guys really had a. I mean, if we're looking back, you would have started the season 2-1 with the 1 lone loss against LIU. That would have been a lot different than 0-3. And then the third game following Saturday, the 15th, the team travels out to Newburgh, New York. Is that considered upstate? Mount St. Mary College, 12 p.m. Newburgh. Last year, Newburgh was 4-21. They lost to Sarah Lawrence. They beat Merchant Marines. They lost to St. Joe's Long Island by 21, and they lost to St. Joe's Brooklyn by 16. So I think that's a W right there. So I'm looking at us starting the season 3-0. I'm pretty confident about that.
That sounds good.
We're going to do another episode soon where we're going to review the new guys on the team. Let's take a quick look at the guys on the team. Let's see if you can this is a picture from the Picarillo Classic, Tip-Off Classic. That's Griffin right there.
Yeah, that's Griffin, number 13. Yeah. And was he 20 or 23? I think that's his name is like Akil or something like that. I didn't play with him, but when I came to watch Pratt on my visit in 2018, they actually they were playing against St. Joe's Brooklyn, and I walked from Pratt. Got some pizza, and then we headed up the street to watch the St. Joe's Brooklyn game, and this was the team that was playing against them. So
okay, nice. Yeah. Let's see. This is the. Let me get the new guys up here. Kind of quickly go over the roster. You can see the guys. You want to start left to right? Just give them a shout out. And then we can go more in depth in the next episode.
All right. I need to think about because I only played with these guys a few, times.
Okay. Well, let me see. I got some of their. We'll go down. I got the number. I got down by numbers. So, number 0, Sebastian Rhoda is senior. We have
teammate.
Previous
teammates.
7 returning. We might as well get into it a little bit. 7 returning players. 4 seniors. So Sebastian is a senior, although he's only played 2 or 2.5 seasons. There was 1 year where he was injured or he sat out. Um, but he is kind of like the energy guy, the glue guy. He's the all hustle guy, and he's a fashion model on the side. So, um,
Special.
but Sebastian is a critical visual studies 6'4" from Greenwich, Connecticut. Last year he averaged 4.1 points per game, 3 rebounds, and almost 1 steal. Um, he played all 24 games, or 24 games, and he started one. Number one is kind of in the middle. Uh, Tommy Greats. You want to talk about Tommy?
Tommy, Tommy. When Tommy first, I actually met Tommy um, when on his visit, and he didn't hoop. We didn't get a chance to play, but I loved his energy right away. I knew like me and him would kind of click up. But when I started playing with him and started getting runs with him, found out like how explosive this kid actually is. Like he's really explosive. He can really get off the ground, and he's also really fast and he likes to slash. And he also play point guard for us. He's got a good head on his shoulders right now. He's starting to make better decisions. So I definitely see his growth. Like I can't wait to see how he does this season because I definitely see the growth.
Tommy is the All Conference Rookie of the Year last year.
Yes.
The first half of the season, I think he was still kind of finding his way. He's from Australia, so maybe the traveling out from the other side of the planet, uh, equilibrium. But the second half of the season, his stats blew up. I
Yeah.
played all 24 games, started 13, which is the second half. 7.6 points per game, 3.2 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 31% from three. But in the second half of the season, he actually averaged 10.9 points per game.
Yeah.
So if you kind of figure there's tremendous improvement over a lot of that. If we go back to that Hunter game, uh, Tommy only played 2 minutes in that game. Whereas by the end of the season, he was starting, he became All Conference Rookie of the Year. So tremendous overall improvement. 6'4" point guard. 6'4" on my team would have been center back in the 90s. Uh, Sophomore industrial designs. Tommy wants to design sneakers. So, um, number two on the far left, sitting down, Ben. You want to chat a little bit about Ben? I know Ben came in. He was kind of hurt earlier last season, so he didn't play the
Yeah.
first half or so of the season. But then he came back. Looked like contributed a lot.
For
Ace.
Yeah, no, Ben definitely. I like Ben. He's got like a good motor. He's definitely like the scrapyard kid of the team. He's not scared to get go in and get rebounds against anybody. Um, and yeah, like he definitely like one thing that I noticed from just playing with the guys a little bit this year. He's definitely starting to take more initiative on offense and definitely try to go score the ball. So I'm curious to see like how the game goes tomorrow. I can't wait to actually watch the game because I want to see like how he uses his newfound minutes because I definitely believe he's gonna touch the floor this year.
Yeah, it looked like. I mean, he definitely has a good spark on defense. A
Mhm.
lot of these guys, they're going to have to find their minutes and contribute the most that they can in the minutes that they get. We're 15 deep, which is tremendous. Coach Danzig has a lot of tools in his toolbox, um, and so all the players have to make the most of the minutes that they get, and then a lot of
Yeah.
that is translated into your efforts and contribution during practice. I never
Mhm.
played. I didn't play a lot my first few years, so practice to me was like a game for me.
Right.
That's all. Everything. 6'2" from Jacksonville, Florida, Bartram Trail High School. Ben, construction management. A lot of the guys on the team are construction management. Um, Number three, Matthias Mittendorfer. Have you been able to play with him?
Yes.
Matthias is in the back row on the far right.
Yeah, I got to play with Matthias a little bit. I definitely feel like he needs to be louder, as a player. But I definitely, believe he's going to find his way. He's definitely going to find his way. Um, but freshman coming in, just like how it is to be the freshman on the team. So I want to see him find his way a little bit more.
I mean, first few months, he's from St. Louis, Missouri, Thomas Jefferson High School, construction management, 6'4". Oof. Uh, he would have played power forward for us right now. Um, Again, freshman finding your way around New York, but then also finding your way around the team. Cam Hatcher, number 5, senior from Cincinnati, 6'6". Cam is the guy holding the ball in the middle. He's also the captain, or one of the co-captains.
Yeah, they're doing the co-captains this year. I think Tommy, Cam, and Lucas right there, right across in the middle. Those three guys right
13.
there
Yeah.
are the co-captains, the leadership team, as we would call it, for the guys this year.
What about Cam? Cam had played with you a couple years ago. Then he transferred to Sac State. He was going to play at Sac State. Sat
Mm.
out a year. So he's one of the Division I guys. He's came back last year, but then he had an unfortunate injury in the beginning of the season. Was not able to come back. The two of you pairing up on the court would have been tremendous. I think that was. But Cam's looking good. The team has had 2 preseason games. Second one was William Patterson. The first one was I forgot the first one. I have it written down somewhere. But Cam has some good highlights from the second game against William Patterson, and so 6'6" forward. Yeah. So watch out for him. He's got a good. What is it? It's not a fadeaway jump shot. He's got a nice mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, he can get to his. That's one thing. Cam knows how to get to his spots.
Yeah. And great guy, great attitude. Talked to him last year in between games. He's kept his head on his shoulder. He's kept moving forward, rehabbing, and great to have him back. I think he's going to have a tremendous year. Cam's going to be a big part of the success for this season. Number 6, Thomas. Is it Prendergast?
Prendergast.
Prendergast.
Prendergast, yeah.
6'4" from Bayport, New York, Avon Old Farms High School. Says he's actually a junior transfer, construction management. Do you know? Have you played? Did you get to play ball with Thomas a little bit, or?
Yeah, I got up and down with Thomas. He just like the one thing that I kind of noticed about the team this year is a lot of the guys who have a little size to them, the 6'3", the 6'4" kind of range. They're active, and Thomas has a motor. He definitely has a motor, so I'm excited to see him crash rebounds. I'm excited to see him guard up, faster guards, because a lot of our size this year, these guys can move. So that's another plus that I think we have.
So Thomas is standing behind Tommy number 1. So Thomas number 6 is kind of obscured. He's next to number 20. And Thomas, he played at Franklin Pierce Ravens, the D2, up in New Hampshire. They went 3-26 last year. Actually, I'm curious to ask Thomas. Apparently, they have 36 guys on their team at Franklin Pierce Ravens. Did they? I don't know. I know there's a 5-in, 5-out we talked about from Hunter. But how many 5-ins and 5-outs is that per minute? I mean, per game. He played 8 games, started 6. 2.9 points per game, 2.1 rebounds per game, and 1.6 assists per game last year. I think he has a brother on that team too. Number 7, Elijah Fermont. Is that how you pronounce his last name? Elijah?
Not sure name, but probably from Maine.
Maine. I apologize. I will get this corrected on the next episode. Freshman, 5'11", from Orlando, Florida. Lake Brantley High School. Construction management. Ace, anything on Elijah?
Honestly, when you watch him play, or if you're on his team, you would lose the fact that he's a freshman. I think he's really strong with the ball. I mean, he makes really good decisions. So him at the point guard was a choice that Danzig made. And I believe it's the right choice for right now because he's very level-headed with the ball, and that's something that we're definitely going to have to change this year, opposed to last year, is our turnovers and our decision making with the ball, and identifying a clear point guard on the floor. And yeah, as a freshman coming in, Elijah is doing a great job. He's done a great job at runs. I was able to watch a few practices. He was doing a great job in practice. So I'm definitely excited to see him keep a level head, when the storm comes.
Okay. So it looks like Elijah's going to be handling the rock a lot. Um, and then number 10, Makai Davis. This is my man right here. Senior, 6'2 guard from Brooklyn, hometown, Brooklyn Collegiate High School, construction management. Um, Makai's been with the team for 3 years now. This will be his third year. He transferred from another school that had, I forgot the name, it began with a C. And
Um, and they just shut down.
Cornelius, yeah, something
Wow.
like that.
Oh,
And
I forget it.
they shut down. I gotta get. I didn't get all the notes ready for this episode, but we had to get it out. Makai,
Yeah.
forgive me. I'm gonna because we both wear
Casanova.
Casanova. We both wear number
Yeah.
10, so we gotta represent 10. All right. So any of the alumni out there, if any of these guys are wearing the same number, make sure you go up and talk to them about the importance of wearing the same number, carrying that legacy. Although also the older guys, NCAA passed a new rule now, so you can have higher digits like 6 or 8 or 9 or whatever. So obviously they're going to be trailblazers on that end. But I think Elijah would be the first number 7. But Makai, yeah. So what about Makai? You got any insight?
Makai is like the traditional New York, guard. Um, he's tough. I think his toughness is going to like spread throughout the team. Like his competitive edge that he has, it spiders through everything. Whether we're playing ones, drills in practice. If Makai was on your team, there was going to be the talking crap to the other team. So if you need somebody on your team to like have your back when it comes to tough moments, like Makai is definitely going to be there. He has that competitive edge. Like that's something that you want to instill in the younger guys. Like, I think that's going to be a good role to see. Is like, yo, this guy, he loves the game. He takes it serious, and he fights for Pratt. So like that's like something that the team like is going to have something to look up to.
He on number 10 on the upper far right. Yeah, and I mean he's just a ball of energy. Watching him play last few years, he just attacks the basket. So we really need that kind of aggressiveness on both ends of the court.
Yeah.
Number 11, lower left hand side, Trey Phillips, junior transfer. Trey 6'7", from Phoenix, Arizona. But Trey transferred in from Central Michigan, D1 transfer. He did not play. He was on the team, but he didn't play due to, I think, injuries last year. He is a graphic design, fashion, and industrial design major. He went to Brophy College Prep out in Arizona. He has the school's all-time record for dunks. Doesn't give me a number, but that must be very impressive. Which speaking of which, or this one, Pratt's in the black here at home. The other guy tries to dunk on us, misses. And then we got a...
He goes back. I think I'm gonna say I have to like the second one just because the energy, like these guys try to come to our house and try to get a dunk off. They miss, we get the board, Cam sees me, and then we get the dunk on our end to show, our home fans like this is how we do it.
Yeah.
So that one definitely had a lot of energy to it.
That first one, I remember watching that game. The cameraman that they hired, I don't know who they got controlling the camera, but they were slow all game with the fast breaks. Anytime we had a steal or anything. So we're looking for Trey. Where is that? We're looking for Trey. Oops. Oh, we're getting. We're looking for Trey number 11 to kind of maybe set the new Pratt all-time dunking record. We'll see. Um,
We'll see.
Trey had offers from San Diego, San Jose, Bucknell, Boston, Colgate, and New Orleans. In his freshman year, he went to Southern Nazarene University, the D2 school, and did not play. Um, Number 12, Nate Horowitz. Number 12, where's number? He's on the far left.
Far left.
Nate Horowitz, construction management, 5'11 freshman from New York City. He went to South Kent, all boys school up in Connecticut, and he was on the team there. Were you able to get any run with Nate?
Yeah, I got some running with Nate. They can shoot. He can shoot the lights out. That's one thing I want to see. Nate do a lot is maybe spot up a little bit. Stretch the floor out for us. Stretch the defense out by being a threat with the three ball. He also could put the ball on the floor too a little bit. He's definitely tough with the ball. And he also has a lot of heart. That's one thing I've noticed about him. He kind of gives a little bit of vibe of Makai a little bit. I don't know if he would say he sees that yet because of how competitive he that can be when you try to compare people to people. But he definitely has a little bit of swagger to him. So he's interesting. I like Nate. I like Nate.
Okay. Um, Next guy, we got Lucas Zamboni. Lucas, number 13. He's right next to Cam, sitting down with the ball. He is a returning senior. He's a 4-year senior. This is Lucas's team. He's also one of the co-captains. He's from Clark, New Jersey. 24-25. He was academic all-conference. Last year he played in all 25 games. Started 6, 3.2 points per game, 1.1 rebounds per game, and just under 1 assist a game. Lucas, you want to chat a little bit about Lucas? I know he's.
Lucas, because that's my freshman right there. When I came back to Pratt in 2022, Lucas was a freshman there, and damn, this is like when we had guys like Noah Raz, um, Gianni, and these guys they kept the energy up. They were young, and we just had to set the tone for them. But just playing with Lucas, he always had a good spirit about him. A lot of different times where I would have to talk to him sometimes, like when he wasn't playing as much. But I think this is a year where Lucas will be able to get his feet on the ground, and like you said, this is his team. So I definitely can't wait to see like how Lucas will use the minutes that he has earned with his tenure here at Pratt. And kind of just like translate that into like senior man, like he's the man now. He has to step up, and that's like one thing that I spoke to him about is like it's time to step up. So
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Lucas step into the limelight here, the senior year. I resonate a lot with him. He sat, he's done his time. When he came in the second half, he was playing a lot of minutes. He started a few games. In those games, you can see he was really kind of controlling the team a little bit. I know the first half of the year, you guys didn't really have a true point guard starting. It was yourself, Makai, uh, Justin, Quinn, and Cam.
okay.
And so, you guys were just there wasn't a true point guard in that unit. So I really hope Lucas comes into uh, this is his 4th year and really makes a great contribution to the team. I did skip over one guy, so Amari's gonna kill me for this, but Amari number 4, Amari Thompson. I did all this research on Indiana Tech. Number 4 is a junior transfer from Indiana Tech. He was there for 2 years from Teaneck, New Jersey. Although I couldn't find any stats for him from Indiana Tech. Graphic design major, 6'2". He's on the far right next to Coach Danzig. What about you know anything about Amari?
Yeah, I got to play with Amari a little bit. Amari is another one of the energy guys I think on the team this year. He has a high motor. He's really extremely athletic, extremely fast. I think like having a body like that will definitely help Pratt on defense. That's another thing I'm excited about overall is I think we have the ability to be great defenders. Um, not only like individually, but I feel like if we work together as a team, especially when we're in zone, we're helping each other out. I think like we can put up, a strong wall of defense, and I think Amari can contribute to that.
Okay. Yeah. Uh, Indiana Tech. Um, Number 20. Kurt Thomas is in the middle in the back row, standing up with a big smile. Kurt's a freshman, 6'4", from Dallas, Texas, Hillcrest High School. Construction management. If Dallas, Texas, Hillcrest High School rings a bell, uh, you want to fill in on Kurt, Ace, for the
Kurt.
basketball
So
heads out there?
I got to play with Kurt. I got to play with Kurt. I also got to hang out with Kurt outside of the court. High energy kid. But when it comes to basketball, he does take it very serious. He's very competitive. He talks a lot of trash. And I think like that's like I said before, like that's something that we're going to need on the team is like a grit. But he can play. He knows how to get to his spots. He's long and lanky, almost like visually like KD in a way, like a lanky kind of player. Um, and he knows how to get to his spots. He can shoot. He can shoot. He can shoot the ball from three a little bit too. From what I've seen. And he's very opportunistic offense. So I'm interested to see how another scorer is going to add to Pratt.
Yeah, I got to watch some of Kurt's high school highlights. Everybody, all these guys are doing a lot of research. There's like Max Preps or what are those websites people you get to post when you're in high school, your highlights recruiting, looking to try to shop yourself around and recruit at different colleges. Definitely very lanky. I think he has a pretty good wingspan. He looks like he went to high school at Hillcrest, but he also played a little bit at IMG Academy. But then I think he went back to school. He's a varsity starter. He also ran track. Um, and well, do we talk about his dad or no?
I mean, why not?
Well, his dad is one of my favorite Miami Heat players. Former Miami Heat. He led the college scoring as son of Kurt Thomas, who led the NCAA in scoring when he was in college, and so I think we're going to be expecting a lot of big things out of Kurt here at Pratt this season. Um, yeah, KD is actually a good like that, very smooth kind of.
Mm,
Uh, okay, this is why I had Amari Thomas at 21. So it's from Georgia or T-Neck. I think it's Georgia T-Neck. In Indiana Tech was an NAIA school. High school, his high school was a top 25 in the nation. He was a starter, 10 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, 2.3 assists, and 2.5 steals. I don't know why I had Amari at 21, but here he's wearing 4. Uh,
or switch or something. I'm not sure.
and then, of course, 23, your number. You want to talk about FA?
Big Turk. Big Turk.
Big Turk.
FA. Yeah, I actually didn't even know he was taking my number until like recently. But you got to keep the 23 alive. I'm glad it hasn't phased out. But I started playing with FA in 2022, I believe. He was a freshman. And just like I said about Lucas, like didn't really touch the floor too much early on, but now like his tenure is growing. He's now going to be looked at, as one of the guys on Pratt. So he's got to step up. Step up to when it comes to defense. Step up. When it comes to offense, step up. And that's just finding opportunity within the offense. I believe was one thing. I remember talking to him about a little bit. And he just has to kind of find out where he fits in. And I, think this is going to be the year for that because I think he will be one of our players seeing the floor this year. So I think he's going to have a big year this year as well.
6'5", junior from Bursa, Turkey. So the Big Turk.
Big
Uh,
turn.
he's going to be, doing a little bit of everything. I think rebounding, passing, coordinate a lot of senior leadership or junior leader. He's been there. He's been on the bench. He's been playing. He played a few games last year, and I think this is the year for him to break out. So
Right.
looks like he's going to get some minutes, and he's going to got to show the best out of that.
Yeah.
25, Mason Fritz, 6'3", shooting guard forward. Mason, kind of a big kid for his size too. 6'3",
Yeah.
205 pounds. Um, have you gotten a chance to play with Mason or?
Yeah, Mason, he's definitely, a bigger guy. But one thing that, you might not, visually, you might not be able to tell, but Mason can shoot the ball really well. So that's another, person on our team who's going to be able to stretch the defense out because he really can shoot the three ball. So I'm excited to, see him, be able to, get some 3-point opportunities because he was hitting them. We're in runs in practice. He hits a lot of, shots. And he's big. He can bang. He gets rebounds. He's very opportunistic on offense and defense. So I think Mason. I expect big things from Mason this year.
I mean, 6'3", 205. If you get to see him in person, he looks like he's pretty stocky. So
Mm,
I think that size is also going to be great in D3, where he's going to be very versatile. He can
yep,
probably back down a thinner, a smaller guard, but also play up and body up against some bigger guys.
yep.
And if his shot is he's gonna knock down those shots. I mean, let's put some money down on 3-0 start for the squad. Um, I think that's it. Did I miss anybody?
There is a new ad, a kid named Corinne, but
Oh,
I haven't played with them because when I got to campus and kind of met the new guys and played, he wasn't there yet. So I'm interested to see this forward. He's 6'5", number 21,
oh, okay.
from New Jersey. But I haven't seen him. I don't know what this kid looks like. So
6'5", first year construction management, Union, New Jersey. My apologies, Karem. Um, I will definitely catch up on this info for our next stream and do my research on that. Um, and then we got the coaches. We could talk about the coaches next, but Coach Danzig, we got TBT returning, and then the new assistant coach from Brooklyn College. Um, so, first game is tomorrow, Saturday.
yeah,
Uh, then Tuesday, home opener, Hunter. And then Saturday, back on the road and Mount St. Mary. I mean, looking forward, there's 25 games in the season. First half, we got Merchant Marine. There's a three game homestand. St. Joe's, Long Island. I used to be Pat Shaw. St. Joe's, Brooklyn. Brooklyn College. Then we guys travel out to Sarah Lawrence. Then we have Washington in Maryland. Then makeup game, revenge game against York.
yep,
I'm expecting Mackay to go off on that game. Elms College, and then we got the starting in January. Elms College. We got our conference games: Gwynedd Mercy, Marywood, Centenary, Marymount, St. Elizabeth, Immaculata, Newman, Gwynedd Mercy, Centenary, Mary, and then they haven't announced when the alumni game is. I'm assuming it's either going to be the 7th or the 21st if they do it. Those look like the only last home Saturday games. And then February 23rd, Monday, is the playoffs for the conference. So uh, once we do another more extensive season review or preview, uh, we'll come back next week with some recaps, some additional player and coaches info, and then moving forward. And then maybe we'll have some other alumni on as well, talking about some of their experiences.